Alright, so as you should be aware, Chapter 5 Season 3 is almost over. And last night we had the Disney D23 event, and they surprised everyone by showing an actual trailer. So normally this point in the season is my favorite because Fortnite will tease the next season. They'll post a few images, some text, possibly a teaser video, and then we get the new season. But like I said, last night they dropped the entire trailer. So now we've got a whole week of no news, no trailers, no nothing, because we have it all already. That's crazy. So here we go. Let me play it in full first, and then we'll go back and break everything down. Alright, so kicking off the trailer, we see the helmet of what appears to be the Rust skin from this season, and the Wanderer turns out to be Dr. Doom. So Dr. Doom raises his hands up, and look at what we've got right here, Pandora's box. If you watched the live event yesterday, which I put a video out if you missed it, Megalodon tried to refuel his Leviathan ship, and then it backfired and blew up, and part of Redline Rig blew up, and then Pandora's box emerged from the explosion. So that sets up this entire scene right here. The Wanderer, aka Dr. Doom, arrives at Pandora's box, he opens it, and all sorts of chaos and havoc flies right at him. And it looks like he absorbs all that, and then we swap to Captain America's shield, bim bam booming everybody over here, and it's none other than a Captain America Jonesy. So that's obviously a Battle Pass skin, but we'll talk more about all the skins in just a bit. So then we swap over to what appears to be a brand new POI. This looks like the Raft to me, which is a maximum security prison. Some of the Avengers were actually imprisoned here, such as Hawkeye, Falcon, Ant-Man, and I think even Scarlet Witch. Now you can also see 2 helicopters plus a landing spot. So I don't know if those are actually returning, but the fact that we see them in this trailer is a good sign. Fingers crossed they do come back. Those were one of my favorite mobility items ever. So then we've got an image of a cell door turning green and flying off the hinges, so it appears I was correct. This is the Raft Security Prison. And look who it is. We've got Dr. Doom himself, just as we saw at the start. So to the left of Dr. Doom, I was actually not sure who this was at first because she's kind of an obscure character, but this is Emma Frost. So if you don't know who Emma Frost is, basically she was a supervillain and actually an enemy of the X-Men in the Marvel Comics. So she can read minds and project her thoughts into the minds of others from a pretty significant radius. And she can also manipulate the minds of others. For example, she could get into your head and make you think that she's not actually there. She's invisible. So basically she messes with your mind. It's also known as the White Queen. But she eventually turns into a hero and joins the X-Men. But in this storyline, it seems she's a villain because she's paired up with Dr. Doom. So again, that's Emma Frost, kind of an obscure character like I said. Now on the right, look what they did here. So this looks like a play on Sabretooth. So he's kind of like the opposite of Wolverine. He's like a feral, crazy Weapon X soldier. And if I remember correctly, he actually kind of wanted Wolverine to embrace his feral instincts just like he does. So he's obviously a bad guy, but look what they did with him. It looks like they merged Meowscles with the villain Sabretooth. So I have no doubt he's going to be an item shop skin, or maybe even crew, I guess, because he is not a Battle Pass skin. Emma Frost is, Dr. Doom is, but this Sabretooth Meowscles is not. So who did they break out of this maximum security prison? Look at this. There's a ton of Mysterios in there. So you'll probably recognize Mysterio from none other than Spider-Man, and I think that's where he first appeared in the comics as well, in The Amazing Spider-Man. So that's kind of cool. Obviously, he's famous for his illusions and his hatred for Spider-Man. That's why we see a ton of Mysterios in the jail cell. So essentially, Dr. Doom gathered his team of villains. Now you're going to see the good guys gather their team. So the X-Men's Blackbird, which is a glider in the game already, is taking off after depositing all of these X-Men superheroes. Look at all these people. So you can see a bunch of superheroes. I see Colossus, Cyclops, Cable. I see Rogue there. I don't see Gambit though. I see Jubilee as well. So pretty much all the new X-Men skins are in this little section, and they're forming an alliance with Jonesy and Hope. So right here when they shake hands, you can see again the Captain America Jonesy. But on the right, that looks like a new version of Hope. So she's probably going to get a new style, or maybe it's a new skin altogether. I'm not sure. Then we see a duck floating right here, some bubbles form, and then boom, none other than Wolverine emerges with his adamantium claws. That's exactly the scene out of Wolverine. But in this scene, Captain America Jonesy just chucks a towel at his face, and then he's like, oh man. And in the back, you can see again that new version of Hope on the left in the blue. And you can see yet another Battle Pass skin right here. This is none other than the newest Black Panther, Shuri. So now that the good guys are also assembled, we go to yet another brand new POI, and this one is my favorite. It's none other than Dr. Doom's medieval palace, which is called Castle Doom. Absolutely incredible. So you can see he's making it arise with his powers, and you can see his assembled team again. That's Dr. Doom himself, the Meowscles, Sabretooth, Mysterio, and Emma Frost. And then we pan over to the good guys, and we've got the Captain America Jonesy, we've got the Hope skin, we've got the Wolverine, we've got Colossus, Cyclops is in the foreground as well, and then we've got another Battle Pass skin reveal. So this is Gwenpool, and she pulls out some katanas. So Gwenpool, to me at least, is another obscure character. She actually has no powers whatsoever. A lot of people see her name and associate her with Deadpool, but actually her last name is literally Poole, Poole. And her first name is Gwendolyn, or Gwen. So she has nothing to do with Deadpool. But she designed her costume around Deadpool because of her last name. Now, I say that she doesn't have any powers, but eventually she gets the ability to be aware that she is in a comic. And she can literally step out of the comic book panels. She knows everything about everyone's secret identity of heroes and villains, and she can use this to save herself sometimes. It's crazy. So that is Gwenpool. So then we've got another shot of the villain squad over here. Again, you can see Mysterio, Emma Frost, Dr. Doom, the Meowscles Sabretooth, and a few other random villainous characters from the Fortnite universe. And then worlds collide as both groups storm at each other, just like a Game of Thrones battle with Dr. Doom and Captain America Jonesy in the midst of all of it. And then we jump straight into the title card. So in the background, this is another brand new POI. This is Latveria. And this is actually the country that Dr. Doom reigns over. He's the ruler of Latveria. And obviously the season is called Absolute Doom. So now we're in Latveria, and Jonesy demonstrates the shield, which is going to be one of the superpowers. It looks like it ricochets off multiple enemies and comes right back to him like a boomerang. You can see the ginormous statue of Dr. Doom. Again, he is the ruler of this country. Then we go to the new Black Panther, Shuri, and she unleashes her mythic, which appears to be the Black Panther claws. You can see her slashing and kicking her way to victory here. Then we go to Gwenpool again, who's using the original Iron Man mythic. So she has both the Iron Man boots and the Iron Man gloves, which allows her to fly. Looks like you've got quite a bit of energy to fly around as well. You can see that bar on the right. And then she shoots an Iron Man beam, and it also looks like you can do some kind of charge. She flies directly into these guys, and it causes a little explosion. Then we pass by a bunch of Mysterios, some of which are playing chess. And here comes Wolverine, bull charging in with his brand new dual-wielded SMGs, and these sound amazing. Holy smokes, they look strong too. And then we've got yet another Battle Pass skin. This is none other than War Machine. So a lot of people thought this was Iron Man. No, we already had Iron Man. This is War Machine, who looks very similar to Iron Man. So War Machine has this awesome turret on his back. You can see it has a laser on it as well. So he also has a jetpack, which looks like it works exactly like the Gwenpool Iron Man one. So he's got an energy meter on the right. It also looks like his turret automatically targets people. It looks like auto aim. So that's interesting. And then we've got none other than Dr. Doom himself. And man, oh man, his mythic looks insane. So if you remember his from Chapter 2, Season 4, he actually had 2 of them, and they were both pretty overpowered. So this one at least looks more just like a straight beam that you can control, although it looks like it moves fairly slow. So I'm sure that's going to be super, super strong. And then lastly, we've got yet another title card, which says Absolute Doom, and it shows all the Battle Pass skins as well. So here's the order these are going to be unlocked. Tier 1 is Gwenpool. The second tier in the Battle Pass is War Machine. The third tier is going to be Pilverine. Tier 4 is going to be Emma Frost. Tier 5 is going to be Captain Jonesy. Tier 6 is going to be Mysterio. And the Tier 100 skin is Shuri, the Black Panther. So who does that leave for the secret skin? None other than Dr. Doom. So unfortunately, we won't have access to Dr. Doom until September. That's probably how his mythic is going to work as well. We won't get it until September. At least that's how it was with Magneto. So that is the full Battle Pass, again, already on display. So how crazy is that for a reveal? This is a trailer that normally we would have got on the day of release, not this early before the next season. So according to the data miners, and I don't know if these were actually in the trailer and I just missed them, but they said the heavy AR is coming back, the Scar, and maybe even a suppressed Scar are coming back, the Stark Industries energy rifle, a new sniper rifle, a new single-hand pistol. People also spotted the train coming back, so that's awesome. I do enjoy the train from Chapter 5, even though they made it worthless this season because it crashed. And then a few people even spotted Galactus, possibly as a landmark, maybe a POI even, I don't know. It's just a faint background image. You can see the ginormous helmet of Galactus. So I guess we'll find out what that's all about. With that said, the trailer's phenomenal. The gameplay looks amazing. I hope none of these things are too overpowered. I can already see people crying about nerfs, and the season isn't even out yet. Regardless, this is one of the earliest reveals we've ever had for a brand new season, and I am excited. Let me know in the comments, did you enjoy this breakdown? Are you excited for this season? And more importantly, what do you think of the Battle Pass skins? So there you go. That's all there is to it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like is always appreciated, and don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator code, which is tabortime.